I shouldn't have to tell you that we are at the very end. All praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. It's Brother Chanak coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. And, the Spirit's on me to go ahead and go into a lesson. I didn't really have anything today. So I was just praying, and, the Spirit just hit me. So, I obliged. And pretty much, I was just meditating on the times that we're in. We're constantly doing that. And again, I shouldn't have to tell you that this is the very end. We are at the very end. Just all the things that are going on geopolitically, militarily, financially, globally, socially, all the madness, all the folly. Even the expose on the Edomite and his wickedness. He's being exposed. He's being exposed on a whole nother level. You have this Davos thing that every year is getting more exposed. More light is being shined upon those secret councils. Most people didn't really know what Davos, the World Economic Forum, was. But now these Edomites, these globalists, they're boldly coming out and speaking these things, because they're getting ready to move forward with the next step. And this is all a signal, a sign that we are at the very end. It's just a matter of time before things start popping off. This is Habakkuk. I'm not going to make this long, Lord's will. I'm just going to hit a couple of precepts. This Habakkuk 2:2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. What's the vision? What is the vision speaking about? It's speaking about the prophecies. All the prophecies are getting ready to come to pass and are actually manifesting themselves as we speak. Revelation 13:16 is manifesting itself. World War III is manifesting itself. Jacob's trouble, is manifesting itself. The Egyptian against the Egyptian, is manifesting itself. Chaos is all the prophecies are pretty much converging. We're in this time, major confusion. The Israelites waking up, false prophets. Folly and great dignity. The famine, can't forget about that, as well as the famine of the word. I shouldn't have to tell you these things. If you are hip, if you are watching the videos, you should very well know that we're in this time. And should be making all the proper, steps, in hopes to be, protected in this time and ultimately delivered. The scriptures speak about setting thy house in order and be as pilgrims, in that time, in that day. For the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. The very fact that you have men, out, in America and different parts of the earth as well, but in the major cities and even in the smaller mid-sized cities, calling themselves Israelites. Some are doing it, goodwill, out of a good heart. Some are doing it, with ill will. Nevertheless, Yahushua is preached. Nevertheless, the Israelites are waking up. and pretty much bidding our people to the marriage. Okay, coming back to our power through his son. Okay, which his son is getting ready to come back on the earth and do a lot of killing, basically. And not so many, just make simple words. He's going to do a lot. The slain of the Lord shall be many. He's going to do a lot of slaying. Okay. And it's going to start with his people. It's going to start with those that know that they're Israelites. It's going to be a great slaughter amongst Israelites. Okay. A disobedient and rebellious people. But all these things are speaking. Everybody's playing into their lot. Everybody's playing into their position down here on the earth, whether they were created to believe in this time, or they were created not to believe, or they were created to be an Edomite. They were created to be the wicked elite. Okay, you had Rick Ross. I saw the elder brother Manasseh Zagba. Rick Ross is preparing for, he got a bunker. All these celebrities, which these celebrities are jokes, especially these Jake celebrities. They're all jokes. But that's all part of the story as well. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. When you go into that word tarry, it's almost like loading. Like you have a computer screen that's loading a web page, right? You can see it frame by frame. Okay, it's like them, like the DSL back in the day with the phone line. The web page would load very slow, right? Now high speed internet, it loads pretty fast, but just look at it as, frame by frame, little by little. Because one thing doesn't happen, the Most High doesn't overstep his prophecy. Okay, it's an algorithm. One thing has to happen, okay, before another thing has to happen. Okay, and then we're in a very fragile, year where you got people that don't even believe in the Bible open up the Bible, speaking to prophecy, pointing out the CBDC, and ultimately the subdermal device is Revelation 13:16. So you got a lot of that going on, and we know the more information, like that comes out, the more regulations censoring Esau is going to do, and the quicker and the faster he's going to come down upon the earth. Because the way he's coming down on the earth, a lot of people have heard, whether they believe it or not, have heard about this damn devil's agenda. It's super obvious. Okay, it's super obvious, but you have your zombies. Though it tarry, wait for it. So as it's loading, right? But it's here because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay, meaning the Most High is going to fulfill everything that he's spoken about in the past. Let me get that. Right, Isaiah. Let me see. Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass. So there were certain things, in the scriptures, certain prophecies that came to pass, in the past, right? Right? The former things. And new things do I declare, like the MOTB, that's a new prophecy. Relatively new prophecy, considering it wasn't in the Old Testament. Okay? The prophets didn't speak about those things during that time of Jeremiah, Isaiah. They didn't even know, because Jeremiah was prophesying the downfall of Babylon, but he didn't even know that it was actually speaking about ancient Babylon. So he really didn't know. Isaiah didn't know. Malachi, he didn't really know. But they saw, visions that the Most High gave to him. Like Malachi said, there shall come a day that shall burn as an oven. right? This is the day that's approaching us. The so-called Middle East, West Asia, the Levant, that area, Saudi Arabia, the Gulf, what was it, the Red Sea, and then you have the different Gulfs. You have the Strait of Hormuz. Everybody's fighting over, these shipping lanes that can really mess up the economy. Okay. As well as, people are taking sides. You have the axis of resistance. Then you got the coalition, the American coalition. Okay. That is not dying down. Okay. As we're coming into election year, all these things are going to take place, and it's going to come quick. It's going to come hard. It's going to come fast. And new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you of them. So the Heavenly Father, he sent his men out there to tell you of these things that are shortly going to come to pass. Okay, let's get this in Ezra, because Ezra also saw this day, and this wasn't a time at the amusement park. It wasn't a jolly day at the amusement park. Okay, a lot of death, a lot of slaughter, a lot of young children are not going to make it. That's a terrible thing to see your young child perish right in front of you, whether it be dying of hunger, whether it be wild beasts, whether it be, a lack of goods, whether it be a bombing, a drone. And people are actually suffering this in these different countries. And you don't think these people don't have an evil eye towards America? These same nations are going to shoot arrows, missiles on America just because of what America has done. We're coming into that time, the purge. So really, I shouldn't have to tell you this. You very well know we are in this time. But again, for prophecy not to be broken, you're going to have certain Israelites that are going to hear the word, and then, they're just going to do their own thing. Right. They just, that's just what it is. You have to have those that, didn't take this serious. OK. 2nd Ezra 16. Let me start at 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall. Let me go up. 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. This is the day that we're coming into. This is the end, the very end. World War III. Okay, even the former president, which looks like the soon to be the next president, if they don't, take him out or whatever it may be, it don't matter who's in there. He, former President Donald J. Trump, he basically said this is his words, that we're closer to World War III than we ever been. And what do you have here in America? You have nothing but games. Jake is playing games. They want to be the next social media influencer. I was on Amazon trying to look for something, and I seen, Jake was an Amazon influencer. I'm like, what the hell is that? An Amazon influencer? I ain't never heard of that. They want to be a Instagram influencer. They want to go viral. They want to look cute. They want the new car. All these things the Most High is getting ready to stop the world in their tracks, just as he did in 2020. The Most High stopped the whole world in their tracks. And that was just, that was a test run. And what did you Israelites do? What did you Jakes do? You went right back to that vomit. You went right back into the world. You act like, things, nothing happened. The Most High didn't show his hand. Behold, the plagues are sent, and it's going, basically, Jake is going to be playing around 2/3 of our people here in America and different parts of the earth that heard this word. They're going to be playing around right up into the missiles being shot, because the Most High is going to give them the spirit of disbelief. Okay. The scriptures speak about how the Lord is going to choose your delusion. He's going to allow you to take the MOTB. Right. We're going to come into a time in which there's going to be no videos. It is going to be you being tempted. Okay, and if your faith is weak during that time of trouble, if your faith is weak, well, you really didn't have faith, as the scripture says. Okay, and you're going to have your woman tempting you. Your children going to be crying, your mom, your dad. You're going to have a lot of death around you. You're going to be aliens and shit. Okay, Project Blue Beam. You're going to have wild beat. You're going to have a lot of crazy things that's going to make you not believe this truth. Okay, why do you think it's going to be called the hour of temptation? It's going to be a particular time, a time frame in which the whole world is going to be tempted into taking the MOTB. And the Lord is going to allow all manner of temptation to take hold of you, just like, out there in Miami, where what we believe to be an angel that came through a portal. Okay, that and the angels are terrible. They can come really in any form. Okay, so you have Jake that's, that don't really believe. They see something like that, they gonna bug the hell out. And then you gonna tell them it's an angel. They already have in their mind, what an angel looks like. So we're gonna be tested. We're gonna be tried. All of us. Behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And the last plague is the missiles. Right before that, you're going to have the cancerous sore of those that take the MOTB. Okay, that's coming. You got Elon Musk with his robots. How can you not see? Which we know, we understand. But really, I'm speaking to the choir. I shouldn't have to tell you this. You already know. You already know what manner of man, / woman you should be in these times. These are serious times. It's pretty much any given moment. And then it's going to be all out chaos. And guess what? It's going to be, of course, a level of surprise, because it'd be like, okay, we're finally here. But really, that day is not going to overtake us like it's going to overtake this world. We're going to be, for the most part, calm and collected. Okay, in the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai. We're going to have our house built upon that rock, Yahweh Shai. Which you got Israelite groups that, they don't reverence Yahweh Shai. So when those winds come, when those, pretty much that judgment come, when the troop come, they gonna be as a man that built their house upon sand. You're going to see that, really they didn't believe. They're going to take the carnal route. Okay, behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out. Right, as it says in Luke the 12th chapter. Right, let's get that. Yahushua spoke of him coming to send fire upon the earth. Right, and he said, "What will I?" Let me bring it out. Luke. Got preppers, right? Prepping. Like I said, you got Rick Ross, the boss, right? Rick Ross, the boss, the former correctional officer turned rapper. He took on a whole facade of somebody that actually, lived that lifestyle and made millions from it. He's prepping. Okay, the Most High gonna take you jakes out. Luke 12:49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Right, the fire is not going to be put out. Okay, America's not going to be made great again. Things are not going to turn back to, the good old times, where you can just go to the movie theaters with your gal, with your family, spend $30, $40, have a good time, vacation. You Edomites going on vacation, buying vacation homes, now you can put it up for Airbnb, winning. No more you Jakes playing games, tiptoeing around the earth. You passport bros. Okay. And a lot of them passport bros coming up dead. Okay. Because anything Jake gets involved into, the most, and if it's not of the truth, the Most High is not with it. Okay, so you go and you bring that black culture, over to the, whether you go to the Latin tribes, or you go to, Thailand or whatever, you're always going to have, excuse me, you're always going to have bad apples. Okay. And you just oversaturate it and you just mess it up for everybody. So the Lord taking a lot of you guys out. But that fire, that fire is already here in a sense of the different sorrows and plagues that are already here that are plaguing America, from the infrastructure, from the rat problem. You got a rat problem in these major cities. Okay. Diseases. You got drug issues, drug problems. You got major drug issues in these major cities. New York, San Francisco, where we at? It's a major drug epidemic. People literally dropping dead, dying, overdosing. People getting their cars broken into. Just random attacks. It's only going to turn up. And everybody got that juice inside of them too. What about that juice? Nobody's even talking about that juice. That juice is still here. Okay. And you can go back. We got the receipts. We already told you what it is. Okay. We got channel. I had a whole channel with over 1,000 subscribers. Get taken down. They just axed it. Okay. Because we were telling the truth. And they still take videos down. But, whoever was supposed to hear those videos heard those videos. That's not going to stop the truth from going out. Neither is going to stop the elect from being sealed. Okay, I read that. Right. Let me read verse 15 again in 2 Ezra 16. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out. Right. Just as we read in Luke 12. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? Right. Because Yahushua is coming and with a fiery vengeance. He's actually going to be coming with the fire. And he's going to be sending fire on the earth through lasers. Okay. But then you already going to have skirmishes, rumors of wars. You're going to have, explosions going off. You're going to have, bridges falling, famine, death, fire. Issues. Right? And it's not going to be put out till it consumes the foundation of earth, until Babylon is completely consumed. And then even then, okay, that smoke is going to go up for a very long time. Who knows how many? It could be a couple thousand years. That smoke just continues to go up. We don't know. Right? Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. So the prophet Ezra has seen these things. He's seen the end, the very end, where we're actually at right now. He didn't quite understand, what he was seeing. But now we read in Habakkuk, write it up plain upon tables that he may run which read of it. Now we're able to run. Okay, now that we're reading it, we're able to break it down. Okay, we're able to break it down and deliver it to, the hopeful elect, as well as the whole world, to be, a witness against them. We're here, you can read Isaiah 34:1. Okay, we're also, a prophet unto the nations, Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. Okay, so the plagues, we can continue to go down. It's going to go into it. Let me just continue to read. Woe was me, verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. And this is already pretty much happening. This is all symbolizing Jacob's trouble. And mind you, we're in the hopeful year, according, the Apostle Heart through the Holy Spirit. Work with them to, coin this year the hopeful year, of Jacob's trouble. That signifies the end. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. All right, but before Jacob can receive this kingdom, receive, the beginning of the kingdom, that he has to go through a trouble. And a lot of Israelites are going to be destroyed during this time. This is the Lord's vengeance upon 2/3 of his people here in America. And we can't forget about our people that are in these different countries. The Most High going to starve them out. They are already killing each other. When the drug trade run out, when the food start running out, you're going to see a lot of Israelites in trouble. And you're going to be looking and begging for help. And the Most High, he ain't going to help you. He only going to help the elect. The beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war. So are we not in this time? The amount, how many people, let's look it up. I know it's around 22,000 people have died. Let's see if, Google will even allow me to even look the information up. How many people died? Israel. Palestine. Okay, this is CBS News. December 22. This is 2023. Wow, this is December 22nd, 2023. So pretty much a month ago. This is from CBS News. Palestinian death toll tops 20,000 in Israel-Hamas war. Gaza officials. So last year, a month ago, there was 20,000 people dead. Let's see. Let's see. 2024. Let's see. So that's the time of great death. Okay. See if they give me anything. Esau like to hide the numbers. I don't really see nothing as I'm doing it, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh. Let's see. I saw some numbers. Give me a second. This is from reliefweb.int. Okay. Okay, I'm just going down. You when you look at it, you got to go down and hit the paragraph, the key points. It says between October 7th, and that's when it happened, 2023, and 12 o'clock on 17 January 2024. So this was 2 days ago. At least 448,000 Palestinians were killed in Gaza, and 61,504 Palestinians were injured, according to the MOH. Look at that. So over 24,000 dead from October, and the numbers are probably more. Who knows? October 7th, 2023 to January. It's only a couple of months. 24,000 dead. Over 60,000. Okay, over 60,000, 61,504 were injured, Okay, that could be arms blown off, hands blown off, eye, half your head missing. Your guts, you living a terrible life, but you're alive. You pretty much dead. Okay, so we're in the time, and that's going to that's going to come to America. Okay, you're going to have different attacks. Okay, just like the Leave the World Behind, and they're showing, those movies are just predictive program. They're showing you what it is. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should already know what time it is. You should already know this is a time, the time of the very end. But Jake ain't moving like it's the very end. Okay. Verse 18. I'm back in 2 Ezra 18. So we definitely in a time of great death. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. You have you get the TikTok rants about inflation, about housing, about college. Go look it up. You can look it up on YouTube, TikTok. They got compilations on YouTube. The beginning of famine and great death. You had, what was it called? Within that year, in that region. Okay, so 60,000 people injured, 25,000 people dead. That's just on the Palestinian side. Okay, and prior to that, you had that earthquake. Let's look at that earthquake. I believe that was like 60,000 people dead. That was earthquake. Turkey. Was it Turkey? Right, it was a Turkey, Syria earthquake. Let's see the death toll. Look at that. In Turkey, there were 50,783 deaths. This is 2023. 297 missing and 107,204 injured across 11 of the 17 affected provinces of Turkey. At least 15.7 million people and 4 million buildings were affected. About 345,000 apartments were destroyed. That was just in Turkey, but what about Syria? Because it's on the border, right? The death toll. This is from reliefweb.int. So this is, I guess they got the stats. The death toll from earthquake in Turkey and Syria has surpassed 50,000 people, including 45,968 confirmed deaths in Turkey and 7,259 in Syria. So that's, over 50,000 people. So that's over 50,000 people, and there was over 100,000 people that, were injured, and there's still close to 300 people missing. So you can count those dead. So we're reading here in 2 Ezra 6:16. This is just the beginning. Well, it says it. This is just the beginning, and it's gonna come. It's gonna come to America. Just what if there was an earthquake in one of these major cities, and it killed 100,000 people here in America, or 20,000 people here in America, or it was a bomb that went off, a terrorist attack that killed 30,000. The spirit of America would be different. That's coming. Okay, and it could be this year, but we know, though it tarry, wait for it, as the scriptures say. This is prophecy. We read in Isaiah, was it Isaiah 42? New things do I declare. I declaring the end from the beginning. Well, we didn't read that. We read, new things do I declare. Declaring the former things. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of war. See? we talk about the earthquake, and then there's a war with over 20 something thousand people dead, 24,000, I forget the number. That's just on the Palestinian side, and the numbers are running up. And you know they the number could be maybe 20, 30% more in all actuality. The power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? What are we going to do? We're going to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? The one that's bringing these evils. The Lord, he creates good and he creates peace. Okay? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Let's look at this word, amendment. Amendment. Give me a second. A minor change to addition designed to improve a text. Just give me something. The process of altering or amending a law or document. Okay, the act of amending something, correction. So pretty much the word amending means to correct. So all these acts, these judgments, these things that are happening, which things happen in our lives, right? When you are judged, you are chastened. Was that 1 Corinthians? Is that 14:32? If I'm not mistaken, it could be wrong, or 11:32. One of those, right? You supposed to get the picture. You go, you know what? Let me stop doing that, or I gotta focus more on this. I gotta take more time. I gotta, put more time into the truth. I gotta stop, doing whatever. Everybody's different. So that's what the scourge is. If America was a righteous kingdom, right, and they actually follow the Most High like they say they do, which we know they don't. They literally allow, the Church of Satan. You can be a active member in a Church of Satan. You can actually, really, you can actually go to Satan's after school program. You can worship Satan after school. And it's protected by the, your freedom to assemble, your freedom of religion. So you could be a Satan. All these cities here in America, you got witches and warlocks. You got tarot card readers and psychics, right? As well as you got witches online, on these different threads, Reddit. You got witchcraft threads, YouTube, all on the internet. How to perform seances and enchantments, love spells, and this and that. Voodoo. And our people, they practice that shit. Okay. Where am I? It says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge, right? Because what evil men understand not judgment. This can't be a righteous society. Again, they allow witchcraft. And then also, when you actually go into, their laws, right? You go into their, the way that they govern the world, that will just America is completely off. It's completely against the Heavenly Father. Ain't nobody, and you know what? Nobody want to hear about that, because everybody's on a vibration of Esau, Edom. As a king, so of his officers. As a ruler of the city, so are so is everybody else. I'm just vaguely paraphrasing. I believe, what is that? Sirach. Is that Sirach 10? Behold, I'm done there. Now, let me just finish this. We going to close it. Behold, victuals shall be good, so good, cheap upon earth. You got the $1. You got the 1 cent burgers. 1 cent burgers. And you had all these people, either they was making jokes of it, right? They supposed to be woke, but they still eating it. Then my stomach hurt. Don't eat them burgers. So it's pretty much, everybody's heard it, but especially our people, they're willingly ignorant. There's nothing. The only thing that can solve that problem is fire. Fire's going to get the problem done. It's going to fix everything. The fire of the Lord. Just like the flood did. The Most High, these niggas is too wicked. These people down here on the earth, and then the chosen line, wicked as hell. All right, let me flood these MFers. And the Lord was laughing at the screams. Because I would, shit. And Lord's will, we gonna be praising Yahweh B'Shem Shai when we in those chariots, Lord's will. Okay? As we see the destruction, it's gonna be a terrible sight. We also gonna fear. We're going to fear before the Most High, and we're going to praise him for burning you people up. Every last one of you damn demons here in America. And then in different parts of the earth, you're going to die. There's going to be a small remnant that's going to survive to go into slavery. And some of our people too as well. That, that they're going to get right. That they shall, the scriptures say, in thy power that people shall be willing. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. When we come off those ships, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Right? You thought you was good. Okay, inflation came down a little bit. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Here, and then you have these phony ass presidential selections, I should say. Every year they just pass the buck. Oh, the Democrats, they didn't let me, do what I wanted to do. And then it's the Republicans, we try to do this. We did so many great things. We needed more time. Right? Meanwhile, evils are growing. Meanwhile, your standard of living is decreasing. Meanwhile, you got people killing their children. There's so many stories now. People killing their children, fighting over a remote. It was a brother posted it. Somebody killed one roommate killed another roommate. They were fighting over the remote, and then he went back to sleep. I did a lesson a while back on how 2 roommates, one it was dudes, prison guys, or at least one of them killed his roommate over candy, candy wrappers, because, he ate too many goddamn candies and it was making too much noise. So he put him to death. That's them evils. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. I'm going to go ahead and close it out there. Okay, because, we pretty much hit the point. I feel. But hey, man. Excuse me. It's about, I'm about to go to bed. But yeah, the water Yahweh Shema Shai put the spirit on me to get this lesson done. But, it is what it is. You should already know. The elect is going to get right regardless. Right? But we're still here to warn the people, as it speaks about in Ezekiel, about the blood being off of our hands. But we're definitely in this time. If you thought we weren't, you should know. You should already see around you. Until next time, shalom to the left.